before we get on the ground, a quick overview. Left hand map 1961, right hand map current. Let's stick to the left hand map to start with. I've already done Abbeydale and Totley in another video, so I'm now doing Dore. So you can see the sides of Dore in 1961, very small little village up there. But if you go across the right hand map where my cursor's flashing around, you can just see the absolute growth of Dore. We can't afford to lose any more green belt. We're only 60% food efficient, but it's also an important thing for nature as well. I'll be going back to Dore to document this with a lady. She's asked me to come in and document. It's going to be 82 homes built on the green belt of Dore. I think Dore's taken a big enough hit in the past. Can't afford to lose any more green belt. So I'll be back to document that in the future, and the lady will be saying something actually on video as well, so you get a totally different slant than what I will probably give you.
Welcome to my channel if it's the first time you've come across my content. I've just documented Totley and Abbeydale. I'm now walking up to Dore. I'm not seeing any litter on the floor, that's a real positive. But I'm not going to ask you to follow my channel, like my videos. What I'm going to ask you to do is hype my videos. So if you go onto your mobile, go onto comments, swish across and then click hype, and that'll help my content to grow better. So I'm just popping into Dore. I'm not sure if I've ever been to Dore in my life. I've driven through Totley now. I've actually walked through. I didn't realise that was Totley. So let's see what I can find of Dore. I'd love to live in an area like this, but I think you're paying unfair amounts of council tax. You've already bought your house, it's your house, and you're having to pay for the size of your house and the area you live in. Seems a little bit unfair to me, that. I'm not a jealous person, and if you've earned your money fairly and squarely, you're already subsidising the rest of society, because many of you will be on a 40% tax rate. So why should you be subsidising other people when you've already subsidised them once with what I think is another unfair tax on the rich? And like, I'm nowhere near earning the 40% tax. We must be getting very close to the centre of Dore, and I feel as though I should be quiet. It's so peaceful around here. Let's see what we can find. Feels a little bit like a library, but it's better than having marauding gangs of kids around, isn't it? So King Egbert of Wessex led his army to Dore in the year AD 829 against King Imred of Northumbria, by whose submission King Egbert became first overlord of all England. I never knew that, so that's a new one on me. I must do a short on that one. Hold on a second. We're on Vicarage Lane. Got the memorial there, but hopefully I'm getting into the middle of Dore, but it's so peaceful and quiet. I'm not sure what Dore Old School is. Not sure if it's some kind of hall that you can use. I guess it's not a school anymore. It looks like we're getting the actual high street now. And we get around the corner, see what the state of the high street is at Dore. I'm not going to see many fast food places, I don't think. I hope not. Not in a posh area, because that's what I'm told. As you can see, it's lovely around here, but I'm guessing, like Totley, before the Second World War, it was just a very small hamlet, farming hamlet, and then it's probably ballooned since, and it's just a suburb of Sheffield now. Let's see what I can find here. There's Dore Hall Lodge, but don't look like, well, it could be a lodge, that. That looks a bit older, that one, doesn't it? On the right, we'll find a hall if there is one around here. Found one for Totley. Oh, more flats. We have the church just hidden behind here. Go and have a look. We're at the Christchurch door. I've just swapped cameras. I found a different setting on the camera because I wasn't 100% sure the quality was that good on the other setting, and this is supposed to be a much better quality setting. So let's have a quick look. It must be one of the last days of summer, this. A quick look inside. Now there's a bit of a puzzle then. There's a note on the door saying press the button. So it's all very modern. It's clean. I've just been speaking to a gentleman before I went in, and he said it's not the same as it used to be, and I've just shown you inside and you can see what he actually meant. He was 80-year-old and he's still got an engineering business in Sheffield. Can't believe it. I should have come in from this main entrance at the bottom. It says 1921 on it. Let's give you an angle from down here as well. So I think I'm using XAVCS or something like that now, which is supposed to be higher quality than ABC HD. We'll find out when I get back home. It's all trial and error at the moment. It can be a bit difficult to capture the front view of churches. They've always got trees around them, and then they wonder why they get subsidence problems. But it is very well maintained, as you can see. So there we've got the Dore pub, bar and grill, and by the side of it says Castleton Coffee and Company. Let's see what else I can see around here. We've got, just say the Hare and House pub and restaurant, but I'm guessing it's not anymore, or it could be. Yeah, there's lights on it. I thought it might not be, but it definitely is. Hare and House is still a pub. I might just have a look down here, see if there's a recreation ground. Village Greens, just there. Got a nice fish and chip shop there. And if I strike it lucky, I'll be coming back through Mosborough at the right time to use their fish and chip shop. Sales and letting must do really well around here. Still got, well, it said a service station, but they won't be selling petrol anymore, will they? Get the feel of being in a Derbyshire village around here, don't you? But it would have been Derbyshire probably originally. See what else we can find up here. That says Door Club, whatever that is. But it's still extremely quiet, isn't it? Christchurch Dore Community Centre. See what else I can find up here. I've no interest in showing you the modern stuff. All looks the same, but we've got the cockpit. Triangle of land opposite was never one of the greens of Dore, but is a site where the villagers held cockfights in years gone by. So it must be there on Drury Lane. But I bet we've lost a lot of farms around here. And this is where a lot of these modern houses like this will have come from. Still some lovely older properties though. Now that one's got some writing above the door that says Cromwell, but then it's actually got some writing. I think it says, that says 1536, that, doesn't it? Just above the door there. I think it says 15 or it says 1636 or something. But it's kind of showing how long this place has been, and then it's probably 95% expanded since the 1950s. I'll probably get back to the main road and film the rest of that high street bit. So I think we're going into more modern houses up here. That says Townhead House there, I don't know what that means. We have a Townhead Wells where I come from. I mentioned Dore Club earlier, it's private members only, just there. So we're back on the main road, Hare and Hounds. Looks more alive at this end, it looked dead at the other end. Let's see what I can find around here. Like I said, there won't be many fast food places here, will there? Like in the working class communities, or ex-working class communities, because they're not the skilled trades we used to have, are they? Got the Devonshire Arms here. Get around the corner. So it's the Devonshire Arms still going strong. I'm wondering if anybody's ever filmed Dore and Totley before. But the problem is you can be very insulated in a community like this. You do all your ordering online and you don't see what's happening to the centre of Sheffield and other places. I was hoping to find a hall here, but I think I'm going to struggle to find a hall. I always thought the landed gentry got a pad everywhere, but I'm not seeing anything. I'm wondering if it's been built on. Might have to have a quick look at my phone and see if there's anything on my phone. Normally it just stands straight out. So I've got Premier Food, shut down one. Osteopath. And see what else there is up here, but I'll have to get my phone out and have a look and see if I can find a hall. Managing wealth. I'm hoping that a little bit of the welfare will rub off. That's an eating place. Oh no, it ain't, it's opticians. So they're not real shops as such, are they? Not how I remember. I can't even remember an opticians on High Street when I was growing up. Not like they are nowadays. So let's just have a quick look at my phone before I wrap it up. We have got a nice old-fashioned looking co-op. It's not the original co-op that was here, because that was SE branch number 42. It's now the co-op. Not quite the same, I don't think, but it's a lovely old building, isn't it? I've pretty much exhausted Dore. Doesn't seem to be a hall here as such. Got the old vicarage anyway. Us outsiders see it as Dore and Totley, but I wonder what the people of Dore and Totley feel about being lumped together as Dore and Totley. I'd be interested to hear. Big new development of luxury apartments there. I'm guessing that quite a lot of road farms have gone to build places like this, or small holdings or whatever you want to call them. I just want to head back now to Chief Abbey, but I've not pronounced it right according to locals. So that's Woodbine Cottages. Look how lovely it is. So I think Dore Road might take me back down into Totley. So I said there's no manor at Dore. It don't come up on my phone, it says Dore Manor. But this don't look like an old-fashioned manor house. So I'm suspecting somebody's decided to call their house Dore Manor. Looks quite nice though. But I don't think it's original, is it, folks?
Here I am, Dore Road, walking back to Abbeydale Road South. Look at some of these grand houses down here. This has got an absolute massive extension on it. A lot of them you can see from the roadside, but then there's massive edges when you get anywhere close to the front of them. I'd love to know who lives in these houses, but also how they achieve this amount of wealth. I'm not jealous in any way. The reason is I won't want to live in any of these houses. They're just way too big. A nice little cottage in the countryside would suit me down to the ground. But it's just quite unbelievable walking back down from the village of Dore down into Abbeydale and seeing all these massive houses. Some of them probably will be flats, but some will be somebody's house on its own. Thought I'd give you a bit of an idea walking down this road how exclusive it is.